Shayla's. I have also started like a bit of a 90-day lock-in, if you will. I just had like the worst mental health week last week in terms of like my body image and just like not eating well and being on my phone too much, putting so much emphasis on the fact that like I can't get out of the rut. I'm like giving way too much energy into the fact that like I don't trust myself because I keep like breaking my promises around like I'm gonna get up and go to the gym, or like I'm gonna eat healthy all week. But I think when you have so much rigidity around like the timings of that or what healthy looks like, when I go off script, then I'm like, oh, fuck it, I'm just going to go on a 3-day bender this weekend. So that's not been good. And I've been getting loads of anxiety when I drink recently. So just not good for the old noggin. I am trying to do like this 90-day lock-in. But we're on day 3. She's amazing. She's a star. But we're on day 3 and it's so cliche, but it's like, oh, who knew that if I went outside and connected with nature and got 8 hours of sleep and ate healthily and drank my water and didn't rot on my phone all night would help my mental health? Who freaking knew? It's always the things that we know work and we just don't do. But yes, that is the update. You can see my bike there in the background. I have been loving being back on the bike. Anyways, dyed my hair auburn. Like, it doesn't look massively different than my hair color before. I think when I'm in like the natural light you can see it a lot more, but I do enjoy it for this time of year. I'll probably dye it like a cooler tone, no, a warmer tone, I don't freaking know, some sort of other like brunette brown coming back into the summer when I want it a bit lighter. And then lastly, these are my earrings. They are from my favorite Irish brand. Everyone always compliments them. I have about 6 different pairs in different colors and shapes, but I will put up the brand on the screen here. It's an Irish name, which I will probably butcher. I want to say it's like Mab. They're often in like little heritage shops, and it's like a mother-daughter duo who hand makes them, I'm pretty sure just outside of Adair. But yes, I love them and everyone always compliments them. Everyone also always compliments my perfume, which is Angel. So if you're ever wanting a perfume that you like other people to smell but you can't necessarily smell on yourself, because I'm so used to it, Angel. It comes in like a little blue bottle. This is the bottle, and I know they refill the bottle if you keep it in Ireland anyways. My old pharmacy used to refill it if I went in, and it was like 20 quid cheaper. So just wanted to put you on 2 of those things. Has anyone read this book, Too Beautiful to Break? I thought it was really boring, and then it started getting really raunchy last night when I was going to bed. So obviously I was like, I have to finish the next 3 chapters. And then I went to bed late, and then I woke up and I had slept like through my alarm, which was at 5 a.m, which is like fair, but I went to bed at 9, so I was like, surely I should have been rested. Slept into like 7:30 and then still felt tired when I woke up. So I was like, perfect. Love that for me. I had to get out of the house. I was doing nothing. Well, not nothing. I do work from home, fully remote, and when it gets to maybe like 12 o'clock, I start at like 7. So when it gets to 12, I just hit like a massive wall of productivity, and I find that unless I change my environment and go somewhere else, I'm not doing anything for the rest of the afternoon. It's the end of the quarter and I need to get my ass in gear. So I typically like just going to a coffee shop. So I just cracked out another 4 hours of work and it flew by. Coffee shop, house music in my ears, non-lyrical, otherwise I get distracted and I start singing. But highly recommend if you're someone that struggles with the same issue. Now I need to go and get my car washed. I'm noticing that my throat is getting really sore, and I've been like on and off battling a sore throat for like 2 weeks, and then I think it'll go away and then it will come back and start breadcrumbing me again and being like, I'm actually not gone. Your throat is still sore. So I really don't want to have to take antibiotics. I'm gonna go home and like gargle some salt water again. I'm very thirsty and I have not drank that much water today, but I am craving a Diet Dr. Pepper. So I will be going into 7-Eleven and getting a crisp DDP. And I was never usually a soda girl, but I, since moving here, have been drinking a Diet Dr. Pepper a day, which I'm like, they're not the full fat ones, so like it's probably fine, but like it's definitely not fine in terms of like your gut brain axis and your microbiome. She's definitely not doing anything too good. But then I'm like, I'm not doing hard drugs day to day, so I feel like that is a win for me. So I am gonna go and I'm gonna get my DDP, and then I'm gonna enjoy that while I sit in the car wash. The hair is looking very ginge in this light. I wasn't wearing makeup earlier on today and I was like, oh I hate it, like I hate it. And then I put my lashes on, which I have been doing week to week, which I was never someone that could do lashes. Now they're very wispy and like on the natural side, but my brother's girlfriend, hey Michelle, taught me how to do them, and I have not had them on since, unless I'm like in between days and I just haven't done them because I was being lazy. But I love. Anyways, I'm gonna go get my DDP. This feels so bold, but fuck it, I don't care, I'm an adult. Brain freeze. That was also really embarrassing when I went in. You can see me in the thing, obviously I filled it halfway and I was like, where is the ice? I went over to the guy and don't you just say to someone, you're like, am I being dumb or am I like missing where the ice is? Expecting him to come over and like customer service be like, oh no, like don't be silly, like it's right here. So I goes, am I being dumb or am I missing where the ice is? And he goes, yeah you are, it's right in the middle, you just press that thing. And I was like, okay, shade. DDP in hand, it's huge. This is just a large. There's like an extra large and it's like $1. This is the busiest I've ever seen it. Balls to walls. In-N-Out is right freaking beside the car wash, and I'm not gonna lie, most of the time I'm down here, which is on a weekly basis, I'm like one double for the lady. It is the nicest fat I feel like that in basement yard when Joey always like stutters and makes mistakes and he picks up the red phone. He's like, no! It is the only fast food place that I think lives up to the hype. It is very tasty. You just don't feel like crap after it, which obviously is the goal. But I like to get a double with grilled onions, no tomato, because I just feel like it's made it soggy in the past. It's 10 out of 10. Claustrophobic, Darren! I'm just on my evening walk. So beautiful. Good morning. It is Saturday morning and I woke up feeling so anxious. I love that for me. I don't know what is wrong with me recently. Like I don't usually get anxiety for no reason. If I've been drinking, I get really bad anxiety, but I don't know what it is of late. I've just been feeling really anxious, which is not that fun. I feel like when I like put pressure on myself, me plural apparently. When I put pressure on myself to like be productive all the time and do a lot of stuff and then I don't do it, I start getting anxious that I'm like falling behind. And then I'm like, can you just relax? Like it's fine. So rather than getting up and having to go to the gym straight away and like having a really productive Saturday morning, I was just like, what do I actually want to do? And all I wanted to do was just have a nice slow morning. So I am on coffee number 2 and I've just been chilling in my beautiful apartment and I have been watching Sex and the City and I feel better. I feel like if I'd gotten up and made myself go to the gym, start my day and start editing and start planning all of these things that I think I should be doing, it just would have made me feel worse. It can be very frustrating. I'm definitely trying to learn to like just enjoy life and not always trying to be like achieving something and just like enjoying life. The health scare that I had recently was such a reminder and perspective shift that it's not that deep. Like it's not that deep if you're not where you think you should be at this point in life and if you're not achieving the things that other people you're seeing on Instagram and online or even some of your friends are achieving. Like it's okay. And I'm just reminding myself of that. So I'm gonna have a nice Saturday. I will check in with you guys later in the day. I don't really have any plans. There is so much on this weekend, which I feel like when there's so many things to do, I get like decision paralysis and I'm like, maybe I'll just rat on my phone and not go to any of them. That sounds lovely. But I'm really trying not to do that. So I'm gonna get up and go for a walk. It's a little bit cloudy out there. Little bit cloudy. It usually tends to burn off around like 10 or 11. So it will be a gorgina day. Yeah, I'm rambling. So goodbye. Who is going for her first facial? Me. I am just about to go in and I wanted to take a quick before. This is what we're working with. I'm on 0.5 so I actually look crazy. Hold on. Front camera probably isn't as good but I couldn't see what I was doing. My skin isn't bad but I do feel like my nose pores need some help and I also just have like a couple of like extractions that I want to get done. They're just like blocked pores. They're not even necessarily acne. I get a bit of hormonal acne here on my cheeks just when it's my time of the month and then I of course pick at them and I just have a teeny bit of scarring and I also had class pass credits that I needed to use so it's a free facial. Well, except tipping, because it was on the way here and I was like, fuck, I don't have any cash or any way of tipping her because I didn't bring my card. And the tipping culture here is like crazy. I looked on the app and it said 20% tip would be $46. And I was like, how expensive was the facial? It's a Hydro Glow facial, which I've never had before, but I was like, geez, it's expensive. So I was like, shite. But anyways, I'm gonna go in because it's nearly on the hour, but I'll show you what I look like afterward. My facial is in Bird Rock, which is like 15 minutes from my house. She is glowing. Honestly, my skin is glowing. First of all, it was the most relaxing thing ever. I didn't anticipate it to be so relaxing. Like in the beginning, she was just cleaning my face, but she did like lymphatic drainage. Her name is Cassandra. She was in Virtue Esthetician. Am I saying that correctly? I don't know, that's kind of embarrassing. I'm trying not to touch my face now because it's all clean. 10 out of 10. So relaxing. I feel like she just got so much like gunk and congestion out of my nose. And then when I was just in there lying down, we were actually just laughing away. I was talking to her about how she met her husband, and I asked her, so how did your husband first crack you? And if you are anyway involved in Gen Z lingo, you will know what crack means. And we just both burst out laughing, and I was just like, oh my god, I meant like, how did you guys start actually dating? Anyways, that was really funny, but we had such laughs and chats. If you're in San Diego, would definitely recommend going. Outside of that, I was just having such a nice little like moment where I was lying there and she was doing my facial, and I was just like, how lucky am I to be getting a facial? And it's like paid for by my company, and I'm just like able to go and relax and have a facial. Like even to be privileged enough to get a facial, because not everyone can afford one. It's such an like self-care thing to do. And B, for it to be paid for you. I was just like, she is lucky, she is grateful. I really need to itch my nose. I'm trying not to touch it. But yes, I feel like facials will be a common occurrence going forward. I do need to take better care of my skin. I am just about lucky if I like take off my makeup and put moisturizer on in the evening, so we'll try and be better going forward. I turned off my car because I have been known to sit in my car with the lights on and the engine not running, and have in fact drained the battery before. Story time, I was actually sitting in a car with a boy in the past, and it was like winter time, so I like turned my car halfway on but like not fully on, so the ignition wasn't started and the heating was on, so we were like sitting in the car and it was all toasty. And then after like an hour or whatever, we were just like chatting, and I was like, oh, let's go. And I went to go turn the car on. Dead battery outside of town. Like, had to call my friends to come and collect us both. So I was so mortified. They will know who this is and what the story is, but I actually wanted to die in that moment. It was very embarrassing. And this wasn't when I was a teenager as well, which makes it even worse in your hometown. But anyways, I am gonna go home. It's Monday evening. I am gonna go home and have a lovely dinner and rest. I am giving myself the evening off the gym because I am telling myself that I can't be sweating and wiping away all of the lovely serums that she has just put in my face. Have a lovely, wholesome little night, and I hope that you romanticize your Monday evening too. God bless America. My phone honestly does not do how pretty this is any justice. Like, on my doorstep every evening. And now we go cow pose if it's in your practice. Okay, it's not in Remy's practice. I hate to see you go, but I love to watch you leave. I'm here editing my vlogs. Honestly, the more I record myself and my thoughts in raw footage and edit them, I'm like, I really need to be assessed for some sort of ADHD. Like, it's not even funny. I cannot articulate a sentence or like string a sentence together without getting distracted, and seeing it in 4K is kind of concerning. My dream van. Like, we've been back early, like, you know, we've been there for a while. We haven't had a break yet. Cozy. Hi Queens, it is Wednesday. It's Wednesday. I have just been working from a coffee shop all afternoon, and I've just finished work. It's 4 o'clock. However, today is the last day of the year that the sun will be setting at 6 p.m. or later. So any weekday sunset cycles that I would be wanting to get in, I'm either going to have to finish work early, or I am going to have to just go at the weekends. So that's a pity schmitty. But I just came home and I have these waiting for me. They're actually gorge. I got them on TikTok shop. But these actually look really cute. But I needed some like little work shoes because I'm going back up to San Francisco for a work trip at the start of December. So I needed some just like nice slingbacks. Although I kind of wish I got like just regular pumps, because I don't know about you, but sometimes I feel like when I'm walking in these, my heel can like veer off to one side. Anyways, we shall try them on and see how we go. But I just went to the cycle shop and I got some water bottles because I can't go out again with no water. I went out last week and I was dying of the thirst, and it's so hot today in San Diego. I don't know why. It's like 28 degrees out of nowhere and it's like late October. And I'm just like, all I want is to get in my cozies and wear hoodies and leggings, and it's just not happening here. But it's not the end of the world. I know when I come back later on, I'm not going to want to cook, and I haven't done my meal prep yet this week. So I just got some sweet potato gnocchi, and some, what are these, peas? And I already have some chicken cooked, and it'll be ready to go later. So yum, yum, yum. I just had a Cliff Bar, and I'm going to get changed and get going because I'm burning daylight, but yeah, I just wanted to check in and say hi. It's obviously Halloweekend this week and there's a few things on, but I don't know what my plans are yet. My friend Rebecca invited me to watch the rugby on Saturday, so I may go and do that. I do have a costume for Friday night, but just not really feeling it this year. I'm not really in the Halloween-y mood, but we'll see what transpires over the weekend. I had such a lovely evening last night. It was one of the lads' birthdays and there's this really nice park about 10 minutes from where we live. So we sometimes just like gather there after work and just like have picky bits and dinner and catch up. But it was freezing. So I don't know what's going on with the weather. As soon as the sun sets, it's bloody cold. It was really nice. So we just like chilled out there, met this cute little dog, and I am just like, oh, I really want to get a dog. I like really want to get a dog. I can't because I live with cats at the minute because my housemate has them. But whenever I move out, that mini Dachshund is calling my name. Who freaking knows? But anyways, I'll check back in with you later. I am here enjoying my cava. Just got it delivered and it's a beautiful day. There's a big cycle on Sunday morning that I may want to go to. I'm thinking about signing up for a race, which might be nice, might be like something to train for, but I'm TBD. I've just gotten back on the bike, so I feel like I need to get my legs back a little bit, but we shall see. I am at my favorite cafe. Guys, I have my first surfing lesson on Friday next week, so I need to get a wetsuit, but they are actually quite expensive, so I'm just browsing. These ones are kind of cute. Hello, the paw. Look at him too, driving with no hands. Is he giving the guy the finger? Is he trying to... Okay, Daredevil. Oh, we've got a legend. The one-handed. Oh, he's about to do the Mexican wave.
Cancel. Why is he crouching? I love it. Why?
This guy has peaked.